Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by a copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Boom blast! Kaboom! What was all that for? What was all that for? Well, guess what? It's gonna stay in there. I'm not editing nothing. Yeah, man. Anyways, what's good, YouTube? What's up, peeps? What's going on? What's popping? What's popping? Or what's cracking? Or what's up? Or wagwan popcorn. Wait, you're not popcorn. All right, don't worry about that. Some of you not gonna understand and get that part. All right, let's chop it up. Oh yeah. I will be content in every circumstance. All right, that's enough. Go look it up. If you haven't heard that song yet, Chandler Moore, Naomi Rain, Gyra. Beautiful, beautiful song. Beautiful song. Excuse me. All right, let's get into it. Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the dark side of CNA, the dark side of working as a CNA, and share some of my personal experiences. And I'm also going to throw in there some of the CNA skills when, like those skills that you're randomly given by the examiner when you go for your board exam. So, you do the written first and then you do the actual skills itself. So there are some skills that I got a problem with. Let me deal with that first. When I went for my board exam, one of the skills that I had was taking a vital sign. I had to record my patient, blood pressure. And so it's done manually, right? You have the stethoscope and you have to pay attention to this spigometer. Did I say that right? I believe I said that right. But listen, in reality, for you guys who are getting ready to take your boards, how you were taught, everything that you were taught in your class, clinicals, that's just to prepare you and to help you to pass the state exam. But in the real world, it's a different ballgame. It's a different story. All right. Sometimes you're not going to see the stethoscope and the spigometer. It will be the automatic blood pressure machine. You just press start, press stop, and it does all the recording and all that wonderful jazz for you. Right? The issue that I have with it in the board exam is that, so, the range is, the normal range should be between, well, no, that's not it. Yes, all right, so on the written part, it's 120/80, okay? It's normal, That's considered normal for the populace. But now when you're doing the actual skills, so this is one of your skills that you have to perform. Here's my issue with that. I have in my ears my stethoscope, and at the end of it, right here, my instructor has their stethoscope, but it's attached. Okay, so we're both hearing the same pressure, the pulse. We're both hearing it at the same time. We're supposed to be hearing at the same time. And the issue with that is, this is how some people fail. Some people fail not because, yes, some people do, they read it wrong. But from what I've experienced, and I didn't fail, but I had a friend of mine who we were in the same class, but she took her exam at a different facility than I did. And she failed. The reading that she got did not match the reading what her examiner got. And I've always questioned that. How do I know that examiner is telling the truth, is being truthful? Because this is a money-making thing. Taking these exams costs money. Oh, man. What happened there? Hold on. This thing was spilling on me. Yeah. So, it don't matter. I'm about to put this in the wash anyway. So, let me fix this up real quick. I have an issue with that. And I think that needs to change. That part of the exam, yes, still keep that in the exam as far as how to correctly perform recording blood pressure vitals. No problem with that. The problem is, how do I know that examiner is being honest? I don't know. How do I know that they don't have an agenda? That X amount of people passed today and X amount failed today. Because remember, this is a money-making thing. Now, you might not be the one paying for it, but somebody sponsored you. You might be in a program where you're sponsored and that program is paying for it. Or you just might be coming out of your pocket paying for it. I came out of my pocket. And so the only thing that I can think of that could actually work and kind of make some sense out of this is if, fine, we can both share the same link. I have my stethoscope, they have their stethoscope, and we're both hearing this at the same time. Here's the thing though. I was thinking, how about having that person's blood pressure taken? So, right, because the examiner knows what you're going to get before you do. So if recording a person's blood pressure is on the skills list for you to perform, I think as the examiner, the bigwigs who run the state nursery board and registry and all that, I think they should have it where take that patient's or that person that is helping you go through your test, take their blood pressure using an automatic machine, right? And then let that skill take it first, because I got to wash my hands, right? Once I get my assignment, I got to go to the first skill that you must do is wash your hands. So while I'm doing that, and I'm going over my first or my second skill, right? Because technically my first skill is wash my hand, and then my second skill, whatever it is, I'm gonna read. Okay, this I have to get my supplies, prepare myself. Okay, knock on the door, come into the room, introduce myself, explain what I'm doing. Before I even get to doing all of that, while I'm washing my hands, that person should already have had their vitals taken. So now when it comes to my last skill, which is taking the blood pressure, now we're going to do it manually. And there should be a gradient, like, because of course they're not going to be exactly equal, automatic and the manual. We're not going to have the same exact numbers, but there should be like a level, a degree of, plus and minus, between here and there. That's what I think. That's more like the best way to, I think, to be sure that I'm getting a fair chance in passing the vital signs, because that's one of those skills that's imperative to pass. Yeah, blood pressure is one of those that you must get right. It's worth a lot of points. What else? Pericare is important. Big time. Big points right there. I was looking for my skills pamphlet, but I couldn't find it, because on that pamphlet it tells me what the examiners are going to look for. Like out of these, I think, what is it, 20 skills? It's a total of 20 skills or 24 skills, something like that. Some 20, 24, somewhere around there. So there are some very important ones you must get correct. Can't get them wrong. And vitals is one of them. Pericare is one of them. Pulse. Yeah, taking the person, that's another big one. I believe weight is another. So when it comes to the measuring things, measurement of the person, yeah, those are important. All right. So what else? Yeah, man, just be confident. Just be confident going there, because you would have practiced so many times already. You would have been practicing on your loved ones at home, a friend, your kids, your big teddy bear that you won at that carnival. Yeah, that big teddy bear, that old ex got for you, that, he won for you, scored that 3-point, or, he threw the ball and hit the clown or hit the bottle. Yeah, that teddy bear. Now it's time to pull it out. Stop being mad. It's over. Okay? The relationship is over. You've moved on. He's moved on. But you can use that teddy bear. It'll help you. I'm telling you. And so you would have practiced so many times already. So now when you go on the day of your board examination, just go in there with confidence. And you got this. Right? You got this. The written is multiple choice. It's not hard. There are free practice exams online. Look them up. Just type in free CNA test, free CNA exam, and they're gonna show up and just do that. That's what I did. I did hundreds of them, and I did great. I did great on it. And again, as far as the skill part go of it, just do them all, because you don't know where. I believe it's 5 of them. I believe it's 5 skills you get. I believe it's 5. I might be wrong. I don't remember. But anyway, let me see what I had. I had pericare. I had feeding. That's 2. Recording the person's blood pressure. That's 3. Washing my hand was definitely on. That's 4. And dressing. That was 5. Yeah, it's 5. I believe it's 5. Or was no? Or did he dress me? Anyway, just remember, knock, introduce yourself, lower the bed back down if the bed is up already. Bring all your supplies right next to you, right there next to you on the bedside table. Wash your hands before and after you perform the skill. Make sure that they have their call light or call bell within reach. Give them, some beds have the remote where it can extend, and some is actually attached to the bed so it can't extend. And just I'm losing light here. Okay, let me just move. So that's basically it, man. All right. Now, the dark side of CNA. The dark side of working as a nurse assistant. Yeah, let's chop it up. Let's go over this real quick. I'm gonna run through this real quick. I should have created a list. That's what I should have did. I should have said, here are the top 7 or the top 5, or my top 8 things, that I think is a dark side of the field. You know what? I wish I had just done that. I wish I had did that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that because I know I'm gonna miss something. I wish I would have said when I play back this video, and I don't want to leave anything out. So I'm gonna do that video. All right, what else I want to share with you? Because I'm gonna do that separately in a separate video. Let me see, is there anything else on the exam? You get it back. You get your results back. Both the written and the skills part. You get them back. Well, it depends. Every facility varies, but you get it back within less than an hour. Really less than an hour. Right then and there. You just wait somewhere in a designated area where they tell you to wait, whether it's a lobby or I don't know. And yeah, but let me speak to the fellas. I've said this before in previous videos. To all my male peers who are working in the field, listen. This job's out here, man. You don't have to fret. You don't have to worry if you pass. Is it going to take a while for me to get work? No. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I'm touching on this. So here's what to help speed up the process of getting hired. Just make sure that you're up to date on your immunizations, because you're going to need to show these things to your new employer. So make sure that's up to date. Make sure that you have your PPD, your TB. Have that. Have a copy of it, a physical copy, or have it in your on a document, in a file. What else? Drug tests. These facilities, they'll drug test. Some of them will drug test you right then and there, so you ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to go do a drug test and then bring them the results, or do a fingerprint and bring them the result. They'll do all of that. Even the PPD. Some of these employers, they'll pay for it themselves. They have. Sorry about that. Just making sure he was going to stop. They have, clinicians right there, a nurse who that's part of one of their scope of the job is to give new employees, potentially new employee or candidates, the TB, plants it in you. All right, but best thing to do, just already have it done, so you ain't got to go through all that. What else? Oh, yeah, resume. It's okay if this is your first time. It doesn't matter. They need aides out here. Okay? They need especially good quality nursing assistant. And especially if you're a man. I promise you, you're going to get the job. You're going to get it quick. Right? Just have the right disposition, great personality, right attitude. And I'd say start working out, yo. Do your squats. Do your deadlifts. Work on your biceps, your triceps. Do your pull-ups and chin-ups, push-ups. Yo, just do a full body workout, because this job is going to give you a full body workout. All right? So everything that you were practicing when you were training, and you was back in class in school, and you go to clinicals, all those moves you were practicing. You were doing transferring of a person from bed to the wheelchair to the bed, shower chair. Well, no, they don't do that though. I have not been in a class where we've actually practiced from wheelchair to the shower chair back to the wheelchair. We haven't done that, but it's the same. It's the same. Chair is a chair is a chair. Just make sure that if it is on wheel, you lock the wheels. Right? Lock the wheels, and explain to that person what you're doing. Okay, especially if it's on a board, the state board exam, man. You just want to go extra, you know what I mean? Like I always went extra. So I would ad lib. I would say things that I know that in reality, when I'm really working, I really want this person to be comfortable with me. Who, you know what I'm saying? They never met me before. I've never been in their room before. This is my first time on the job, and I'm trying to build a positive rapport with them. So, I'm going to pull out all the stunts to make them feel comfortable. And I'm a little jokes. I like to crack jokes and make jokes just to get the person smiling and feeling safe with me. All right. What else? Proper footwear. You want something that is non-skid, right? You want to wear something that when you are in the shower with them, your behind don't go slip and sliding. And or if something spills on the floor, you spill some water while you're doing a bed bath, and your behind don't slip and twist and twist your knee or something. Safety, man. Safety. All right. Some facilities, they don't allow the gait belt. Some do. If they do, they'll provide it. You ain't even got to buy one. They'll be there. Some don't. But if they don't, you'll learn. Well, you should learn how to safely get the person to stand and sit, or sit and stand without a gait belt. There's tricks to it. Wish I could show you. So anyway, what else? What else? What minute? No, almost 25 minutes. Yeah, I think that's it, man. I don't want to draw this out and make this long and dry. There's really nothing more there's probably something more I can add, but nothing is coming to my mind, so I'm not even gonna force it. So I gotta end this video right here. Anyway, appreciate you watching. Appreciate you stopping by. If you're new to, I've never said that, and I've always wanted to say that, but I keep forgetting. So, listen, this is your first time checking me out, checking out this video. You're just curious. You just want to just hear what this dude is saying, or this man is saying. This is what I'm talking about. Right now, I'm just dealing with certified nursing assistant topics. If you are a certified nursing assistant, you work in the allied health field. I'm just giving some pointers, things that has helped me along the way, and just sharing it with you. It's free. It's free information. It's free knowledge. It's free advice. Just pass it on. That's all I ask. Just pass on the free information, advice, knowledge, tips and tricks. That's it. So if this is your first time watching, that's who I am. Well, that's what I do. That's my occupation at this time, and I'm working on other things that I would like to accomplish. My channel goes by what you see the name is, Living on Purpose. The reason is because I'm striving to live on purpose, godly purpose. So at the end of every video, that's what I always say. Continue to live on purpose, godly purpose. That's my slogan. The Lord gave it to me. The Lord put that and dropped that in my spirit a long time ago. And I started out just believing that in myself and just saying it to myself, and it actually gives me a purpose and a mission in my life, in my daily life. What am I living for? Well, I'm living for, according to Ecclesiastes chapter 12, the whole purpose of my existence. Why was I created? Not only me, but why were you? Why were we here? Why are we here? For God's glory. God's glory, because He loves you. And He wants to have a fellowship with you. Oh, about that. So if you hear me dropping a lot of biblical scriptures and just talking, biblical things, and I am a Christian. I'm a born again believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. Okay? Now, to some of you, y'all don't even want to say the name of Jesus. Y'all don't believe that Jesus is God, and y'all don't believe that Jesus is Lord. That's your free will to believe what you want to believe. I'm just telling you what I believe. And I ain't forcing you. I'm not trying to shove nothing down your throat. However, I will encourage you, come on this side. This is the winning side. This is the side of life eternal, with God eternal. So, where it is. I'm looking for. So, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. And this is it. This is the whole crux of living on purpose, godly purpose. Here's what it says. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What's the conclusion? What is all of this? What's going on here? Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is man's all. And let me read section 2. let me read the footnote here real quick. So I'm reading out of the King James Bible. This is a teaching Bible that I have. New King James, by the way. And so here's what the footnote says. After which he adds summary in his own words. This is the teacher, King Solomon. Solomon is the author or the spokesperson for this book. And he says, probably quoting his teacher in verse 12 through 14, in order to make certain that the reader really has understood the point being made. Although the increase of books and human knowledge will never cease, human wisdom yields values that are limited and transitory, and thus brings weariness. By contrast, reverence for God and the obedience that is its natural outgrowth are literally man's all. So what is man's all? Let me repeat that again. Reverence for God and the obedience that it is natural outgrowth are literally man's all, a term that stands in sharp contrast to the things of this world that are found to be vanity. Because if you read Ecclesiastes chapter 1, he's telling you vanity, vanity, vanity of this, vanity of that. You know what I'm saying? It's all worthless. However, goes on to say, closing out, those things will pass away, but one's relationship with God will stand at the time when he judges the earth. And that's verse 14, because verse 14 says, for God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. Now that's frightening. God will bring every work, everything that you done, I've done, he's going to bring it. He's going to bring it. He's going to bring it up. He's going to, you know, like you're in court and the judge is, you know, looking at your rap sheet. Okay. And he's going to go over it with you, whether good or bad, including every secret thing, whether good or bad. That's frightening. Wow. Yeah. I don't want to be messing around out here, especially doing nothing crazy. Especially if I'm going to do anything in secret or secret things. I want to be doing righteous things, holy things, right? I want to be doing things that pleases the Lord, right? All right, let me go to section 2. And that's my last reading of this. This video done went so long. But hey, if you still with me, you rocking with me, I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you. And here we go. Section 2. Ecclesiastes teaches cultivating dynamic devotion. Let me take another drink here of my mango. I keep sipping it because it's melting. It's getting like watery. It's a slushy. It's a smoothie. My bad. It's a smoothie. All right, here we go. Sorry. Last one and we're done. Cultivating dynamic devotion. Ecclesiastes speak clearly to the culture of our day. While experiencing every conceivable pleasure and earnestly pursuing and achieving unprecedented success and wealth, the teacher, speaker who is speaking here, concludes that life is meaningless. Remember, we said that teacher or that preacher is Solomon. Not until the end of his journey to find meaning in life does he realize the answer that he seeks lies simply in devotion to God and obedience to his ways. A life of meaning, purpose, great joy, and fulfillment can be ours if we will devote our lives to the Lord and follow him all the days of our lives. Okay, not days of our lives like that soap opera show. No. And if you notice, that word purpose is in there, right? And the name of this channel is Living on Purpose, right? But how must we live on purpose? According to God's will and purpose for our lives. That's why I always say, continue to live on purpose, but it has to be by God's purpose, so it's godly purpose. Any other purpose, you're just wasting your life. And I don't want to waste my life. I don't. All right. That's it. Hear the conclusion of the matter. After Solomon had tried every possible experience that the world said would bring happiness. Whoa. Some of you need to hear this part. Hear the conclusion of the matter. After Solomon had tried every possible experience, because some of you are trying every possible experience. You're going after this rabbit. You know what I said? You're looking for love in all the wrong places. You're looking for excitement and joy. You're looking for a thrill. You're looking for purpose. And goes on to say that the world said would bring happiness. He found it all to be futile and pointless. So what must one do then? Devote yourself to God, who alone gives true meaning to life. That's it, folks. That's it, my friends. That's it, peeps. And the Lord has spoken. And let the church say amen. Oh, yeah. So let the church say amen. Yeah. I'm just tripping now. now I'm just doing extra. All right, y'all. It was fun. It's been real. I'm going home. Well, I am home. What am I talking about? See, that's that sleep talking. When you hear that sleep talking, next thing I'm going to start doing is that sleepwalking. Yeah. All right. I'm out. Y'all continue to live on purpose, godly purpose. All right. Boom blast. Kaboom.